What it do? What it do?
All right.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? We got this new podcast going on. The Hustle Within. The Hustle with. I got my boy KMILLS, KMILLS, and I'm the one and only Ant-Man. So what's going on, guys? What's going on?
Chilling.
How's everybody?
Just living a single life.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we got a packed show tonight. So we're gonna be talking about a couple different things. We got the top five highest grossing movies of all time. Top five highest grossing movies of all time. But before we get to that, we're gonna go around, do a little round table introduction. Starting with you, KMILLS. Tell them where you from. Give a little background. Just give a little history.
Yeah. So KMILLS in the house. Actually born and raised in New Jersey. Domiciled in Salt Lake City, Utah. Out here grinding, out here working. So it's an opportunity for us to get together tonight and really kind of talk to the audience about an array of things that I'm happy to be a part of this panel. So that's a little bit about me. And as we continue on, you will learn more about me, my insight on life, business, politics, and sports, entertainment, you name it. I got an opinion, I got a thought on it. So it's always good to jump on and get with like-minded, intelligent brothers and kind of have discussions. So with that being said, I'm going to pivot and I'm going to punt to my man KMILLS.
KMILLS, what's going on?
Just chilling. Yeah, they call me KMILLS. I'm from a little bit of town called Ellerby, from North Carolina. There's a lot of stories to tell here. Most people on the way out is sports, mainly football. But the Richmond County is, you might know the Richmond Raiders or something from high school football, and the Rockingham racetrack, but that's about it. That's it around here. But you also can catch me in Charlotte.
Oh yeah. So everybody know me, Ant-Man, aka Anthony Little, Capton CEO. We just started this podcast. We're gonna keep it moving. I'm also a co-host on the AC Brown Show. I do some of the business insight. I do management. I do business entrepreneurship stuff. I do a lot of different things in business. And we just started this out. So our first topic, we're just gonna be talking about the 5 highest grossing movies of all time. So, give me some of your, before we even start the list, KMILLS, give me top 5 that you think is the highest grossing of movies, because it might not be the movies y'all thinking.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and defer to Mr. KMILLS and let him kick off, and then I'll jump in.
Man, we were just talking about this the other day, man. My homeboys, I forgot what they thought. Man, I know Avatar and what's the other movie? Matter of fact, was it Game of Thrones or something? They thought it was one of them. They thought was the number one, but I'm gonna go with Avatar and what's the other one? I can't remember the other one, but I'm gonna go with that one. I know that one got to be in the top. That's one of my favorite movies.
Sir, that's number one.
I'm go Avatar.
Number one. $3 billion. Let me give you the numbers on that. $3 billion worldwide. $3 billion. Not million. $3 billion. That's crazy.
Yeah, they might have said X-Men too. It might have been X-Men that what they were saying.
Right. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Titanic.
Titanic, yes, that's number 3. That's number 3. Titanic was number 3. Titanic 2, I think it's 2.5 billion. 2.5 billion, if I'm not mistaken.
I would have never thought that movie made that much like that.
Yeah, it went crazy, man. Hey, everybody love. That's a love story.
Hey, listen,
and a tragedy.
Right. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think Avatar was gonna do as well as it did, and it seemed to do unbelievably well. Next on the list will probably be one of the Avengers. I don't even know which one, but I mean, I'm an Avenger.
That's what it was. That's what it was. That it won't X-Men. It was that. Yeah.
Yeah, Endgame number 2. Endgame Infinity War was number 4. Number 4, Infinity War.
Gotcha.
So both Endgame actually, to be real with you, Endgame topped Avatar when it comes to worldwide numbers from the theater standpoint. But Avatar did a lot of numbers on DVDs and a lot of downloads. So it's a little different than what you're looking at the new digital age compared to the CDs and the VHSs and stuff like that. So that's where Avatar round out to 3 billion.
Yeah.
Hey, what about Star Wars?
Bingo. There you go. Number 5. Number 5 on the list was Star Wars.
I'd have thought that'd have been number 1.
Yep. The Force with I think the Force Awakens. Yep. The Force Awakens. That's number 5. So all these movies combined together is over $10 billion. Over 10 billion. Think about now looking at COVID-19. Just think about the hit that Hollywood is taking with some of these blockbuster movies not being shown in theaters.
Yeah, you can't go to the theaters. Yeah.
So it's gonna kill us. That's gonna kill that revenue. So what do y'all think about that? Now you think about the top. Tell me your opinions about the top 5, KMILLS. Your top, like, what's your opinion on the movies? Do you see them?
Well, I did see all of them, right?
Okay. And which one do you think was the best out of all 5?
I believe the Endgame was probably the best, ranked number 1 in my opinion. I'm just not a big fan of Avatar. It was kind of weird, and all the people were walking around looking like Smurfs.
Yeah.
But most importantly,
it was a weird movie.
Yeah, it was. I thought the Endgame had the Endgame and the Avenger movies and all the series in itself had a message that kind of related with humanity and where we are now, where we have, if you think about the enemies, Thanos, and how he was kind of like a dictator and a demigod, where he thought that he knew everything. And there are certain aspects in that movie that kind of relate to our leaders today with respect to where we started throughout, whether it's Genghis Khan, Adolf Hitler, Benito Mussolini, all these dictators that come across over time in history. He kind of represented a culmination of all those things. And then you had good versus evil, humanity versus, aliens. And really it talks to our strifes and differences in society today. So for those who are listening tonight, don't get it twisted. These movies have real strong messages, and they kind of relate to where we are as a people.
Right. What about Titanic? How you feel about Titanic movie?
Titanic is like one of those old school love stories.
But it's true. It's a true story.
And there's probably elements of it's true, right? But it kind of speaks to the love that was lost, right? Because when the Titanic sank, it really represents the state of love and how we, as men and women, how we court each other. So nowadays, it's swipe right, swipe left on a dating app, and that's where we are. And that's far from what the Titanic represented. So, just kind of thinking through that. The Titanic, great movie, a little sappy, but for me, I probably wouldn't. It's not going to be one of my sit downs and drink a glass of wine by myself and watch the Titanic. So, again, my preference is action and really geared towards the series of the Avengers and things like that.
So, KMILLS, what do you think about what's your favorite movie out of the 5 that's up there?
The Avatar, man. I love sci-fi, man. I was amazed, man. I was like, wow. I watched that so many times, man. It was ridiculous.
They got 2 and 3 coming out. They got 2 and 3
that's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting, man. I'm waiting on that jump, man. I'm a bootlegger though, but it is what it is. But yeah, I watched Titanic too a couple of times. Then I got kind of confused, and then after all these breakers, I'm like, yo, why didn't old girl just slide over and let him get on there? Let him get on the raft too, man.
Man, hey,
But that's true.
That's
love.
relationship. That's true love.
I know, right? That's what got me, because I keep getting broke up. I'm like, yo, they so selfish. Just slide over, turn sideways. He could have got on there.
They don't do that. Oh no, they're not gonna do that.
Oh man, yeah, that was great. But yeah, that was good. Dude, a good actor though. I always liked him.
But and just to kind of get back to what movies represent, there's a strong message in every movie, right?
In every movie, yo.
Got to look forward, and if you can see it, you're a good movie reviewer, unprofessionally, right? Yeah. But like for the Titanic, it's really looking at how we should, right? Mm-hmm. How we should sacrifice, even though it was bored to for her to get on. It's really love is about the unselfish act when you're engaging, right? I think we can all probably reminisce about the first time when we fell in love with somebody, and it was butterflies in our stomach. Yeah. It was all those things.
It was bad.
Emotions, that. And that's where I think love is at its truest, when it's young, when it's a blank slate, and it's not defined by what other people perceive. So I think early and young love is the best love. And as we continue to grow, love evolves, it changes over time. But that movie was really trying to show us selfishness and how to really love, and put that all on the line.
Yeah. So, just to wrap up the top 5, my thing is all 5 movies was classics to me personally. They're all classics. Like you said, they all had meaning to every movie, and they made a lot of money. Now we have to compare this to what's about to happen. Hollywood is losing a lot of money, but they also, certain networks and certain type of streaming services is going to continue making money. But a lot of Hollywood movies are not going to be produced correctly due to the fact of the coronavirus, and there's no movie theaters. So what's the future of movie theaters? That's the question we got to ask each other. And I thought this was a great topic, and to talk about the 5 top movies of all time.
I think they're going to open them back up, because they opening the gyms up. They open up the gyms. I mean, they might, do like how the games and have like a certain amount of people they let in.
Oh yeah, they open.
I think they are. It already opened up.
Yeah, they back open. But the thing about it is,
it ain't gonna be never sell out. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. They live off sales. They live off the actual seats. Yeah, just like a stadium in the football, in sports, they live off the stadiums. So right now we're about to kick it to Shooting the Breeze, the next segment. We got a segment called Shooting the Breeze. We're gonna talk about some of the things just like that, and actually this segues into what we want to talk about. Things that's going on in society right now. Look at some of the big things that's going on in society. We had the debate last night. What do y'all think about the debate of the vice president's candidates?
Well, honestly, so I watched the debate, and I saw a lot of dodging and dodging questions. Folks didn't want to, from both sides, right? From Kamala to Mike Pence, they were dodging questions. I wanted to see a little bit more straightforwardness. And with any debate, it's about trying to look at the person's record when they were either in Congress or governor or attorney general. I felt like it was a lot more civil than the presidential debate. It wasn't two old men. I compare the presidential debate to two old men running a marathon, and that's how. Because it was funny, it was hilarious, but it was also shameful because you know what, kids actually watch this. Kids will be able to go back and watch this. So I felt like the presidential debate was just a debacle. But last night was a lot more civil. In fact, it was held at the University of Utah in Salt Lake City, where I'm domiciled. And I thought both kind of had some.
Man, y'all got flies out there. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I didn't know flies was out in Utah right now, man. It's cold.
Yo, that's all.
I seen one fly, and that was the
Yo,
and
that fly.
and it was during the time when he was talking about racism, systematic racism in America.
The fly landed on
happened. A fly of color
landed on his head.
landed on his head. A fly. Think about it. A fly of color.
A horse fly. That fly was that big. That fly was that big, man.
Right. But I think most importantly, I mean, because that was probably the highlight of the night.
That was it.
That was it. Yeah, that was game over.
Hey, that fly said, "I did it. I told y'all I was gonna do it. I'd like to thank God for being here."
It's over, man. Nobody can top that. Game over.
But here's the thing: in all politics, there's half truths, right? No one's telling the truth. We're just trying to feed people what we want to think about, what we imagine things to be, and if that person, represents you in any capacity, man, woman, black, white, Asian, whatever, you're going to feed into whatever they're saying, whether it's right or wrong. So a few things that kind of stood out, and I'll defer and punt to you guys. But the few things that stood out was the issue of the Supreme Court nominee,
right,
and whether she's going to overturn Roe v. Wade, and then if she does get nominated, will Democrats, and this is where Kamala didn't actually answer the question, will the Democrats pack the courts? So traditionally, it's been 9 justices on the Supreme Court for life, which I think is a tragedy in itself, because no one should serve for life. But that's another debate and conversation. But if the Democrats will expand the amount of justices on the Supreme Court. Now, some people may say, "Oh, should they or should they not?" And that's one of the questions that wasn't really answered last night, because I would be interested to know. Not like it's going to make or break my decision on who I vote for, but it's always like, all right, what are their thoughts on that? Because those are tough questions, and I believe, to Pence's point, the people want to know. I want to know. I thought it was a great question, but dodging it doesn't really help. And I certainly don't think it's going to make or break how many people will vote for them.
Yeah. What you think, KMILLS?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I started off watching it a little bit, and I fell asleep. Right? I woke up to everybody on the internet talking about it, man. So I missed out. On that one.
So
I know it's the same old. Yeah.
My whole point, the way I look at it is, man, we got a lot to think about. I mean, if you haven't voted already, you got a lot to think about when it comes to your party.
Hey. No, I'm just messing with you. So that's
yeah.
So there was a few times where Pence interrupted, by the way.
Yeah. Of course. That's that's the way they've been. Hey, Donald Trump been doing the same thing. I mean, that's why I said you got a lot to think about. You're looking at the fly on the wall. You got to make sure that you look at the fly on the wall, the stuff that's going on. You also got to look at the certain things that's happening, and some of the big issues that we have to cover. Climate. We got to look at the climate, the environment. California right now is getting destroyed. The Gulf Coast is getting destroyed by hurricanes. Another one's about to come. Hurricane Delta is about to hit in the next couple of days. Then you also got to look at the coronavirus and flu season combined together. And 50 million people has no jobs. 50 million people. So who are you going to vote for? It's one of those things like, okay, who are you going to vote for? We got to get the right people in the office.
You're like, who going to fix this? Now one of them.
Hey. Well, hey, man, like I said, it's that type of thing.
But I'm disappointed in our political process and our political system. I mean, it's the thing that we have. But I think as the people, we got to stand up to, one, requiring that our candidates do not lie to us. Because every time I turn on the TV, it spews out half truths. And if it's a half truth, it's a lie. So I expect more from my candidates, because lying, I don't know when that became a part of the American democratic fabric, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, it is not okay to lie. We teach our kids not to lie, but we have people on TV using the media, propaganda, lying to the American people. And I have a problem with that. I have a problem with the two-party system.
Now, let me ask you a question now, Lo. So I got another segue. I'm going to segue. You just opened up something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Business. Like the survival tactics of what we need to do as a small business. What are some of the small business startups that in this pandemic will be successful for someone like me, an entrepreneur?
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear your advice, because I know you're a very smart man. I've been knowing you for, oh man, we've been knowing each other for years, man. I know you got some input on that.
Oh, absolutely. So as you can see in this economy, the rich are getting richer, and
Right.
poor. So if you are someone with an entrepreneur mindset, excuse me, you got to start thinking like things that don't involve actually being in front of another person. So I'll tell you what's kicking off and what's popular right now is people creating apps, right? You can create an app in any capacity of someone's life. So all you got to do is really kind of focus in on that. I would say jumping into the, I would have said jumping into the economy, but right now, there's only, you jump into it now, you're spending your life savings.
What about investments?
Well, I work for a company that I won't speak of that company online. We can certainly talk offline about that company, but I'll tell you, we were at $89.89 to be exact last year around the Christmas time. Since last year, our stocks have doubled in price. We are at $175. So you think about it, round up $90 to now 170, right? It's really doing your research and really looking at stocks from a long-term stability perspective. If you are, I would recommend looking at maybe the airlines and looking at some of those stocks, because guess what? They're always going to get bailed out, right? Their stocks are going to, drop. But if you buy in now in terms of cheaper stocks, the price is very cheap right now. Be patient, wait, because they're going to get a bailout. We know that's coming.
Oh, you said a key word. I got to segue into something else real quick.
Okay.
KMILLS is a storyteller, man. And you used the key word. You said bailout. So I want to hear, hey, KMILLS, I know this is another segment that we got here at the show today, the Hustle Within. Hey, give us a story, man. I know you got a lot of stories to tell. Hey, we're going to definitely get back to some of these key stocks and some of the things that you can do to invest. But I know when he said bailout, I want to hear a story. There was that key word that hit me.
All right, I'll give you a quick story right quick. So one day, me, my cousin, and 3 of my friends, we all played football. We was walking to the gas station. I was going to get a Yoo-hoo. So at the gas station, before we got to the gas station, it was another store where they repaired your car at, and it was owned by a white man. So he told all the the white grown men they could just hang out there. So they just hanging out with girls and everything. So we walked by, little young 14-year-old guys. One of the guys said, F you niggas, So I heard it, but my cousin was like, nah, we ain't gonna let that ride. I'm like, yo, just keep walking. No, I ain't want no trouble. I'm the peacemaker. Keep walking. So we went to the store. They talking about it the whole time at the store. So when we goes back, my cousin run up on the one dude. Man, this dude squared up like how they boxed back in the 1940s. Man, he had his fist like doing like that. He swung twice so hard, man. I never seen nothing like that in my life. But my cousin ducked, and he missed my cousin, and my cousin grabbed him. Now, these are grown men here now. We 14. When my cousin grabbed him, he threw him to the car, and we was beating. Man, we were beating that man. We beat that dude bad. The first time I swung, I missed him and spun all the way around. I did a 360. Then I caught myself and I did a Mike Tyson, knocked him slap out. So we was stumping the guy. While we stumping the guy, somebody keep kicking me. I'm like, yo, if y'all kick me again, I'm gonna hit y'all too. It's one of my homeboys. I'm thinking it's one of my homeboys kicking me in the back. So when I turn around, man, this big Russian white dude hit me so hard in my eye, man. God. I seen stars, my future, and child support, all that came up, man. I never been hit that hard. Matter of fact, I never got hit in the face ever again in my life. So I just grabbed him like how the boxers do. And I slammed him. So I hit him about 30 times. Then my other homeboy said, get up. And he ran and kicked, and blood was everywhere. So make a long story short, we goes back to the apartments, and Peter and Corey's out there. They was comedians. They was out there. So when I get to the park, we bragging, oh, we beat them grown men. We beat them grown men. Man, I get to the apartment. They said, man, what happened to your eye? And they start singing that Busta Rhymes, hit you with the direct blow. Man,
oh my God.
They clowned me. Man, they clowned me, yo. Then the worst thing about it, all them grown men, right? We was like 14, we was in the junior high. That was all the teachers and sons and nephews. So you know what happened, right? I failed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they felt me. But they couldn't take our papers because we were 14.
Yeah.
But yeah, to make a long story short, that's the last time I ever got hit. And I done fought a lot of times.
man, that was a crazy story there, man. Hey, we're gonna have a lot of these different stories coming on Hustle Within. So, this is one of our segments. And, at this moment, we're gonna take a little break, pay some bills, and we're gonna come back. We're gonna have some more information. We're gonna kick it. So hey, keep it locked. We back. The Hustle Within.
What's up, Rap?
What's going on, Rap? What, you from Charlotte, right?
I'm from the franchise that, man. Yeah,
you gotta from the franchise. Charlotte, man. Where you from?
I mean, it depends on who watching now. There's some fine ladies watching on from Charlotte, but it is what it is.
That sounds like something them Charlotte boys be saying. They say what's up, Rap? They say rap or they say rap. Which one is it? Is it rap?
See, I don't know. They might say rap with the wrapping up stuff. I say rap like rap.
Oh, okay.
I ain't never heard them say it though. I've been everywhere. I ain't never heard it.
Because I was like, yeah, that kind of,
Yeah, I'm about to get the rights to that. Yeah, that chick said I'm about to get the rights to that.
Yeah, you have to copyright that quick. But we back. We're gonna talk a little about the current affairs, some of the things that's going on in the world, America. One big thing that just came out today. Y'all remember the shooting, right? Well, allegedly, we don't know. We wasn't there. Shooting, Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the foot.
In the foot, yo.
And he got charged with assault today. So what y'all think about that?
Let me start.
What's your take on that? Let me let K-Mill.
Let me start this out, yo. When that first broke news, right? The dude said somebody was shooting at them. Nobody reported gunshots. I said, yo, that dude shot that girl, man. Cause ain't no way nobody heard no gunshots. That means he shot it in the car, nobody heard it. So I said, yo, he shot her. It won't, but a week later, yeah, he shot her. I said she probably beating on him or something. Yo, she big like a man is whatever. So
hey, but I called that right out. I like 6 footers. I like 6 footers.
Yeah, I do too. I just called that out, from my experience. I said, yeah, he shot that girl, man. He should be ashamed of himself.
I like tall now. Now Megan Thee Stallion is, she's right there. I like 6 foot. Hey, that's I know. Hey, Los. hey, let me let Los go ahead and get his point of view off because I know he likes 6 footers too, now.
Oh my God! So I'm gonna try to make sure I keep it PC. I mean, I really don't know too much about the guy that shot this lady. But I kind of heard about like something happened or whatever. Somebody got shot, whatever. So me, I'm like, man, like that's just crazy. Like, what I mean? Like, just like we got problems with guns anyway in this country. So,
man, but the thing is, we got to protect our Black women. That's one thing that is a big current affair that's going on in society. We got to look at the Black queens. black women
Mhm.
protect them. We can't be, out here allegedly shooting them or whatever,
Allegedly shoot him in the foot.
shooting in the foot. Now, I know that
So
was Harlem Nights. I guess he thought he was on Harlem
Yeah.
Nights.
Oh yeah, they got that. Yeah, he did Harlem Nights.
Yeah, he was
so
doing
I'm,
Harlem Nights. He was thinking about Harlem Nights. I don't know, but that's.
and we don't know. I mean, because we wasn't there, we don't know if
We
he was
wasn't there. We don't know.
intoxicated,
That's
if
why
he
I
was
said.
on drugs or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate that people are reckless with guns. I mean, like, guns are not supposed to be drawn on each other, especially, to your point, Aunt, our women, right? We gotta do the right thing. I don't care if she's 6'5".
Yeah,
I
we
don't
gotta do
care
the
if
right
she
thing.
I don't care if she looked like Shaq. You feel
Hey,
me? Like, you just gotta,
or
we gotta do
Shrek.
the right thing. Or Shrek,
Yeah,
or whoever that is.
yeah.
Oh
But
yeah.
but
That's the
we're
green
not
man
talking
on
about
the.
Megan now. Yeah, we're not talking about Megan. Megan look good now. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
Megan
yeah,
was
yeah.
beautiful,
She look
beautiful
good.
woman. Yes, sir. I'm gonna shoot my shot right now. Hey, Megan, what's up?
I won't
Hey,
shoot you.
hey, I won't shoot you. I clap my hands like Birdman right here. Yeah.
And in fact, I thought that was Chris Brown. When I first kind of looked at the side
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
side view, I was like, oh, that might be Chris
Yeah, it do
Chris
kind of look like
Brown.
Chris Brown.
Hey, we
Yeah, it
can't
do
put.
kind of look like it.
Hey, whoa, wait a minute now, Chris Brown. We gotta. Hey, Chris Brown went through some stuff like this too back in the day, but
Yeah, sure did.
Chris
Yeah,
Brown actually came out and apologized. Chris Brown was like, "Hey,
yeah.
I'm sorry. I was young, and his career is taking back off." Now, Tory
Hmm.
Lanez, do y'all feel that Tory Lanez will be able to get his career going again, or is he done? He's just done.
I mean, it really wasn't going that good to me anyway. But yeah, he probably. Yeah, I mean, that probably.
I
Yeah,
mean,
he did. That probably
I
did
think
him right there.
right. I think in the I mean, it depends on if these charges kind of
Yeah,
like,
the outcome depends on the
the
outcome of this.
outcome. But I think at the end of the day, bad press is just as good as good press, especially in that line of work. It ain't like he's going to be working with kids in a school or something like that. He's a musician. He's a rapper, whatever. He's a rapper, right? So I don't follow him. Never even heard of him until this. But I'm sure he can bounce back because he got the do rag on, inside out.
Yeah, I think
Big
he's
shout out.
25. I think
Mm.
about it is his age a little old. He was a little older than Chris Brown when Chris Brown went through his incident.
Mm.
I think this guy's like 25, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's like 25.
Ooh,
Whoa, yeah,
man.
Hey, I think Chris Brown was at the time like 18, 19. Rihanna was like 19. Megan Thee Stallion, I think, is like 23, 24. I think Tory Lanez,
Yeah.
Man, she
like
kind of look like Nicki
25.
Minaj.
She's pretty now. She's gorgeous.
She
That's
kind
what
of
I'm
look like
like,
Nicki.
man. What would have run through your mind to even shoot? I mean, a female, and then you look at the female, you dating the female, one of the top females in the game. Like I'm just baffled by what happened. I just can't believe what happened.
He
Like I'm
probably was
still trying
playing
to.
with the gun. I mean, it probably went off. I don't think like, you're gonna shoot somebody, you shoot somebody in the foot. Like,
Yeah,
it
nah, he was
probably was
getting
in
off.
his pocket. Maybe
Nah,
he was like,
Yeah, he
hey,
was
I
getting
don't
off of
know.
him.
that's what I'm
He was getting
saying.
off.
Like,
He was getting
yeah,
off. Yeah, get
But
off
yeah,
me,
like,
he was.
pow. Yeah.
when you start thinking about where you can't believe we talk about this, but you start thinking about where you want to shoot somebody, the foot is the last thing you're thinking about.
Well, if
That's
you
a
just
small
want to get them
target.
off,
Your chances,
that's a good target just to
you
get
know,
somebody off of you, though. Just to get them
But
off, you
yeah,
don't want to hurt them.
but you
Yeah, that's
should.
the
Yeah,
perfect target.
yeah,
Yeah,
we
just shoot them in the
definitely
foot, get them off of
do
them.
I
not.
think it's probably too much drugs and alcohol.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
that typically plays into some of these unfortunate incidents where
Yeah, we
somebody,
just.
and she's a nice looking woman, right? Very, very nice looking woman, but it's unfortunate. And I hope he can get his life together once he faced the outcome of his decisions.
Yeah. So, like, with that being said, like, what are some of the other things that you're looking at just going on in society right now? What's some of the key topics, like sports? How y'all feel about the finals right now? What's going on?
Oh, I'm loving it.
KMILLS.
I'm a LeBron James fan. I mean, I love it. I mean, I'm glad. I'm a football fan at first, but right now,
Oh God,
I respect basketball more than football.
You said the key word, KMILLS, football. Tennessee Titans. We gotta talk about Tennessee Titans real quick.
Man, I don't know what they got going. They don't
Man, what's
switch the
going on over there?
schedules. man, I mean, they don't switch the schedules and they got bye weeks and it's gonna be, man, they messing up everything because of they had the coronavirus. Now Pittsburgh, them, Minnesota, and the Patriots. Like they gotta figure out how they can get them games in. I mean, everybody else gonna play, but it's still like Thursday night. It might not be no football game.
Okay.
And that's money lost. Yeah, that's money lost.
Man. So like I said, the current events, like man, we and with that being said, we do have a special guest that we want to bring in. He's the top producer in Dallas, where you was at, Los. Want to bring him in and get some of his opinions on some of these things. Let's get some history on him. His name is Marcus Gross. Marcus Gross, the Gross guy. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man?
What's going on? We had a good conversation today. So I want to bring you in. So I just want them to, the listeners to hear your story and some of the things that you got going on, and put some spotlight on your talent.
Right, yeah. I've been making beats about 2.5 years, and got some traction with YouTube and BeatStars, and started making some pretty good money. And then I get hit up by certain rappers here and there, and then one day a label called me, and that's how I end up talking to you. So yeah, finna go out, move out to Atlanta, start doing that. That's pretty much it. But history though, I'm from Denton, Texas, but I live in Dallas though right now.
Okay.
Went to UNT, got a degree in engineering.
Oh man.
And then realized I didn't want no job,
Okay. So you know your way around the studio pretty well, like engineering and like what type of engineering?
Like engineering, material science engineering. So like
man, oh God, whoa.
Yeah. Like real, like yeah. So I ain't want to work in no lab all day. So I just,
man, but that's good. Hey, that's good plan. So
it's a pleasure to. Oops, sorry.
Say it one more time.
What made you get into music?
A lot of stuff. I like making music. I'm good at it. That's one thing. And then I think I picked producing because it's way more rappers than it is producers. It's just supply and demand. So, I started making money right out the gate. And it was like, I think probably 7-8 months in, I quit my job. I was making more money than, at my job. So I quit. And then I started doubling that, you know what I mean? So that's what I do. You know what I mean? That's what I do now. Engineering, man. I just think most times job ain't gonna pay you what you want. They're gonna pay you what they want to pay you. And
right.
I'm gonna pay me what I want. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I did drop shipping. I started a bunch of businesses. Like I did drop shipping, and had a clothing line, stuff like that. But the music is just what worked the most,
So I got a question for you. Being a young investor, graduate from school, how difficult was it for you to transition from corporate America, where you had a 9-to-5, to the world of entertainment and music? And then the second part of that question is, what do you do with your money? How do you invest it?
So let's see. So basically what I did the first half, I just saved. I started paying stuff off, which is another reason why I want to get out here to Atlanta. The dudes who own the label, they big on the finance game. So I kind of want to just feed off of that, ride their coattails, learn what I can. But really, I started paying off these student loans, stuff like that. Most of it, I just let it sit. I really don't spend money like that. I bought a watch, a car, but everything else, I just let the money sit there. You know what I mean? And I'm looking to, I started building my credit up, stuff like that. But for the most part, it's only been like a year and a half since I've been making, good money. You know what I mean? So I've just been saving it all, really. Yeah, that's it. What was the second question, though?
So how do you invest your money? Like now that you have a certain amount of capital, from making all the beats. How do you take that and say, all right, I'm going to invest it in this? And if you can drop some knowledge on what you invest in, that would be helpful for the audience.
Yeah, so right now I'm not investing in anything. I'm just saving it and kind of just trying to figure out ways to make more. You know, I think my advice to people is just make a lot of money. You know, most of the time you don't make enough to invest. You probably want to increase your income through like sweat equity. Just work a lot. You know, get a lot done. But what I'm gonna do with my money when I get to a certain space, I'm going back to drop shipping because that's just guaranteed money. Real estate, multifamily, that kind of thing, and then you know, I might just go back and do all the things that I'm already good at. You know, like my clothing line, it did well. I had to close it down because I was young, and you know, that's cash flow. The cash flow could be problematic if you're paying bills with something you need to buy shirts with. Drop shipping is capital intensive, so you kind of want to have a high credit limit. So those are things I'm getting now that I'm making a lot of money just through the music, and I'm gonna go back and do those. And then just learn other hustles, you know, learn other things, places to put your money, you know, ways to save on taxes, all that kind of stuff, you know.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Sound like you want to take advantage of the Trump tax loopholes.
I'm not familiar with them, but if I can, it couldn't hurt, right?
Yeah, you get them loopholes.
Yeah.
So, KMILLS, you got any questions for him?
Nah, he breaks down to everything. I'm learning from what he just said. Like him, I stack mine up too.
Like, what are some of the notable artists that you want to work with in the future? Like, what's some of the artists you want to work with in the future?
I mean, I got my favorites. I want to work with Money Man, Pee-wee Longway. I just got a song with YFN Lucci and another one with Young Dolph. But I want to make music with the people I listen to. You know what I mean?
Word.
That I'll be excited to hear on my song. Actually, Money Man hit me up about some beats, and then Pee-wee Longway hit me up about some beats. So it should be in the near future. After that, you know, obviously like Drake. You know.
Oh yeah, that's the stimulus package. That's the
Yeah,
that's the stimulus package there. So travel wise, what is has it taken you any exotic places traveling? I know you're a hustler, you're doing your thing. So what, you know?
My first time on a plane was last year. So I went to Atlanta, worked with a couple producers. I really only been to Atlanta, Oklahoma. That's a border state. Yeah, you know, so far, really, I lived in Texas my whole life. Ain't leave Texas. I've been in Atlanta like 3 times in the last 2 weeks, like back and forth to Atlanta. So right now, I'm just getting used to being out there that way. You know, I don't really like it as much as I like Texas. It's just got more space out here, more, you know, nice roads and stuff like that. But you know, it's like, shoot, I'm gonna get used to it. I think it's gonna pick up even more. Right now, I'm just trying to make sure I get the business handle right, and you know, we're gonna start looking at that in the future.
Okay.
So when are you gonna make that move out to Atlanta?
As soon as I sign this deal, probably in the next week. You know.
Okay.
Trying to find an apartment right now, but you know, they might have a 30-day wait to move in type thing. But yeah, it's in the real near future. So yeah.
I used to actually live in Atlanta and also Dallas, Texas.
Oh yeah, which one you like better?
Oh yeah, I love Dallas. I love Texas. And to your point, you know, a lot of open roads, cleaner, and you can get more for your money in terms of like where you're
everything's
at.
Big.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like I got a Challenger, a Dodge Challenger, and I might have to get it shipped out there. And I can't even imagine driving that in Atlanta. Like I can't, you know, you ain't doing no 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's 12 hours, by the way, because I drove.
No,
from
I'm
Atlanta.
gonna get a trucking company to ship it for me. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
We drive here when we go.
Yeah. I don't like long driving.
I never flew on a plane. I never flew.
You never flown on a plane?
Nah, it's coming though.
Get Atlanta like an hour and a half flight. What'd you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, Atlanta probably would from here from the Carolinas about 3 hours, probably like 3.5 hours.
Drive?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So yeah, we
Oh
definitely
yeah, I
gonna.
was supposed to go out. I was supposed to go out to Charlotte last week, but I didn't want to. I was already out of town. I didn't want to. You know what I'm saying? Because one of the artists had a show, in Charlotte with the baby, I guess. Stunning Folk Vegas.
Yeah,
The baby's artist.
the baby was
Right.
there. Yeah, he was.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So how has COVID affected your productions and some of the things that you've been doing, like staying at home, just doing all your beats at home, shopping them out? Like, what are some of the things you've been doing to maneuver around this COVID
Man, it
situation?
ain't affecting me at all. I mean, producers already live like they're in quarantine. Be in
Bingo,
the room.
bingo.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like leaving the house wearing. I don't like wearing shoes. I be wearing slides every day. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? It worked for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think it kind of helped me with the money and all that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
People ain't doing nothing, so they at home on the internet shopping more online. So
Yep.
my
Spending
money
money.
been good. Yeah.
What's some of the tools, some of the equipment that you use to make your beats? I don't want you to give all your secrets away, but
Nah, it's all right here.
Okay.
Desktop, laptop. I use FL Studio to make my beats, and really, yeah, just anything any producer use, pianos, drums, simple stuff. I'm about to start getting into hardware, though, like real guitars and
Mhm.
stuff like that, just to create unique sounds. You know what I mean? But just typical
So,
stuff.
so just kind of thinking about your journey from, education to engineering to now music, like
Mhm.
there has to be some musically inclined folks that you either grew up around, you were born into a family where musicians are like what's your story with your love and passion for music and beats?
To be honest with you, my mom, she played. I think she majored in the clarinet in college, but yeah, she actually went to school for music, but she never taught me anything musically. I think it's just, I wanted to learn the piano, and that was it. You know what I mean? I kind of just sat there and taught myself the piano, and you know, I think just watching people like Zaytoven, Ryan Leslie, like I saw it just looked fun to me. Like I think one day I went to my friend's house and he had FL Studio on his laptop, and I was like, "What is that?" He was like, "You can make beats on there." And then I messed around with it. I was like, "So I could put a drum here and the drum stay there and automatically plays." And I think it just clicked to me. Like that's what I want to do. You know what I mean? And then you see how much money these producers be making. It's like this. Yeah, that make it work
Yeah.
better. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Yeah, but
I'll
now.
tell you now, it's a pleasure even talking to you. It's a pleasure learning about your story, your journey, your aspirations. You're certainly inspiration to me, and
Mhm.
most importantly to folks that are listening and following. I wish you all the best.
For sure.
I wish you much success. And just so you know, you have a network of brothers right here on this video that
Oh
will
yeah, we're gonna
be
be working together. Me and him
supporting
gonna be
and
talking.
helping you.
Oh yeah.
So it's a
All right, man. For
pleasure.
sure. For sure. Good talking to y'all, man.
Hey, give us your shout out and where people can follow you at your social media.
Oh yeah, you can go to just
Okay.
Gross Guy Mag, MAG, Instagram, YouTube, I think Twitter. Yeah, Twitter, same thing. That's it.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I'll be definitely hitting you up. We
Oh
definitely
yeah,
gotta
man. Just
talk
hit me
about
up.
some stuff. All right.
All right, for sure. All
All right, brother.
right, man. Y'all take
Take
it
care.
easy.
All
All right.
right.
Take it easy. Salute. All right, now guys. Hey, let's have some good news. Let's talk about some positive things that's going on in society. Give me one positive thing, one good positive thing that you can think of, because we can't keep bringing in the negative. We don't have some positive going on. So just give me one thing. I'm gonna start off with you, KMILLS.
Well, Richmond football about to start back. Like I said, I'm a sports
Bing.
fan. So I don't know if we're gonna
Yes,
be able to go to
sir.
the game or not, but everything is playing soccer, football, and basketball. I used to coach, but my niece, she on varsity this year, so she done started to practice. So I probably ain't gonna be able to catch all of them, but like I said, I don't know which one they're gonna let you in, but they're gonna let fans at least one of them. So I'm gonna see something. So I'm excited about that. I love them sports.
Okay. What about you, Los, King Los?
You know, the king is blessed. You know, when I think about something positive, I think about how blessed I am to continue to have a job, to continue to work, to continue to speak to people, inspire people, motivate people. You know, have good resources, network, friends. So I am truly blessed to be able to continue on with that. Um, and I'm healthy. I'm COVID free. I have, you know, I mean, I'm, you know, unfortunately, there's a lot of negative going on, but I can tell you personally that I try to do my very best to uplift people because I am healthy. I'm able to see, I'm able to think, I'm able to, you know, continue to do what I do. And it's the platform like this where we all get together and we talk about real life and the hustle within, to really, really relate and inspire and hear about what other people are doing, like our last guest. So that's my positive for tonight.
Hey, man, my positive, we just have to, stay positive. We just gotta, stress free. I'm stress free. I'm keep moving. I'm ready to start back traveling. I'm ready to start really getting out here, getting this money. And I see it coming real soon. I see it coming early, definitely early 2021. I think we're gonna be good. I'm not gonna take that vaccine, but hey,
Nah, son,
I
never.
hope 90, I hope 80% of y'all take that vaccine so y'all don't get me sick, because I'm not taking it. I'm not taking that
Yeah.
vaccine, so I'm not gonna be
No.
a guinea pig at the first wave. But as things get more, I guess, get better over time, you never know. Once we get somebody real into office that understand science is different from politics, and religion is different than politics, they understand that, then I'm good from that vaccine. I'm not going to mess with that vaccine until we get the right people doing it, messing with it. And then right now, let's just wrap it up. Let's talk a little bit about Travis Scott. We got Travis Scott going on, some stuff going on with Travis Scott. He just gave out 5 full scholarships.
Oh, word.
To, I don't think it's the same HBCUs, but he gave 5 different full scholarships to 5 different HBCUs. That's beautiful. Because that's
Yeah.
one thing we got to look. Athletes, and one thing I'll say about athletes
That's
too
what I was just
now.
saying. Yeah. Because you can't
These
play someone
guys,
make plans for it.
yeah, some of these guys, these 5-star recruits, are going to some of these historical Black universities, which, some of these 5-star recruits that's of African American or minority descent are going to now these 5-star, these smaller schools, because you got Deion Sanders. You got to remember, you got
Oh, yeah.
Deion Sanders coaching at Jackson State right now.
Yeah, I'm ready to go play that
So,
right
man,
now.
hey, but we got a lot going, man. That's why I said we got a lot going on. Just give y'all shout outs, man. Start with you, Los, where people can follow you at.
Yeah. Real quick, you can follow me in fact, you can just email me, right, directly. And that's Mr. C. Waller, ups, that's UPS @gmail.com. And that's where you can reach me.
KMILLS, what about you, KMILLS?
You can hit me up on KMILLS652 @gmail.com. I mean, if you're on Facebook, I might tell you my real name later. I make memes and jokes all the time. You probably, some of y'all probably don't see my face.
Oh yeah, they're gonna know you.
Yeah,
They
a
know
lot of
you,
people know
buddy.
me. Yeah,
They know you. You're a celebrity.
my signature is my face smiling on the side. That's my
Yes,
signature
sir.
on all my jokes. So, yeah.
They know you. They know where to find you at too on Facebook. I promise you that.
Yeah.
Promise you that. And you can find me at Capton ENT on IG, CAPTONENT, or Anthony Little on Facebook. Capton Management, Capton Consulting, Capton Brands. We all part of it. We're gonna keep shining. We're gonna keep growing. So we out here gonna start making some real money very soon. Make sure you continue to follow this new podcast, The Hustle Within. Big things coming down the line. We got some big guests coming up. We just had a great guest. I want to thank Mr. Marcus Gross for coming in, top producer. I want to thank Project 88 for introducing me over to Marcus. hey, we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna do some big things this year: music, entertainment, and television, and business. So hey, y'all have a good night. Thank you, and keep it locked.